February 2nd, Smyrna Town Council meeting convened. Chief, will you lead us in the pledge, please, sir?
Ma'am. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If everyone would join us for a moment of silence, please. Roll call. Danielle?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Councilman Drew,
Here.
Mayor Gott,
Here.
Councilman Johnson,
Here.
Councilman Miles,
Present.
Councilman Olson,
Here, oh,
Councilman Pope,
here.
and Vice Mayor Dr. Upshur.
Present.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Additions, deletions to the published agenda? Are there any changes to be made to the published agenda?
Make a motion that we accept the published agenda.
Second.
Thanks.
Now, I would like to make a motion to move item number 10 right after additions and deletions in the published agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion is carried that we move presentation and public comment to right underneath additions and deletions moving forward. Consent agenda, is there a motion to approve the council meetings from council meeting minutes from January 20th?
I make a motion to approve council meeting minutes from January 20th, 2026.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion is carried. Non-agenda items. I will start with, I don't know how to thank our staff enough for what you've done, your dedication, your sacrifices through the storm that we had. Everybody came together and did their part, and thank you. Thank you for those who spent tireless hours working, freezing, chipping away, being recipients of some of the less than happy comments that were made towards the staff for giving 5,000%. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that. And we are very lucky to have a police department, a public works department, and a staff that cares enough to do all the things that were done. Walt, Tori, Kathleen, everyone that went and cooked for hours on end so that all of our first responders could come together under one roof. That's dynamic. And here's my little plug. I love that unity in the community. See the glitter? Although that was not the intention. And when I mentioned that, the town manager's response to me was, if the staff has to be out, they need to know that I'm back here and I've got their backs 150%. So for you guys that stuck it out, thank you. I'd like to thank everyone that showed up at the grand opening on Saturday. We had a lot of fun. And overall, I think everything's been a success. Our streets are as clean as they can be and better than most out. I had someone come in today from Wilmington that really, really praised how well that our staff had done, and that was really big. So made me very proud. That is it for me. Vice Mayor Dr. Upshur.
Okay. Well, I want to echo everything that our mayor said. We have gotten so many compliments on everything that our staff has done. I'm so pleased. Thank you so much. The phone calls, the text messages that we've gotten. Thank you. You kept our town safe and you kept our town clean. Yesterday started Black History Month. So I would like to share something. As we continue to recognize the shoulders upon which we stand, I want to acknowledge the historic impact of the Divine Nine, our 9 historically Black fraternities and sororities whose members have helped shape the civil rights movement and continue to strengthen communities across the nation. From organizing voter registration drive to funding scholarships to marching for justice and equal opportunity, the Divine Nine has long represented service, scholarship, and social action. Their legacy reminds us that civic progress is not accidental. It is the result of committed people working together with purpose and faith. I am a proud member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, the organization founded on the principles of sisterhood, leadership, and service. Those values guide my work as vice mayor and my commitment to ensuring that every neighbor of Smyrna is seen, heard, and valued. May we continue to honor the legacy by leading with courage, compassion, and a dedication to the common good. That's all I have.
Okay. Council Secretary, Councilman Pope.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Again, I just wanted to reiterate thank you to everyone on staff for the amazing work that you did, especially with this storm. Being a lifelong resident of Delaware, I cannot recall a storm where we've gotten this much ice, which made it even more challenging. And I know it was not an easy thing to do. Thanks to everyone for that. I also attended the grand reopening of Smyrna Nutrition on Saturday, which was really nice. So if you get a chance to go by and support not only that, but our local businesses, I ask that you please do when you can. And that is pretty much all that I have. Oh, and happy Black History Month. Thank you so much.
Councilman Johnson.
Kudos to the crews that worked on the snow removal. Great job. Punxsutawney Phil, seen these shadows. So unfortunately, we've got 6 more weeks of bad weather.
Okay, pretty done without that.
That's all I have.
Councilman Drew.
Yeah, same sentiments as everyone here on council. Thank you to all the staff. It's hard work out there with that ice. I try to shovel my driveway. Man, almost died out there. But I'm glad everybody's here unfrozen. And thank you for all you do. The police station, keeping this town safe. Of course, we heard about what's going on in the news with those who were getting, murdered, things of that nature. So just thankful that we have a town that we live in, that we can keep our doors unlocked and be safe around here. That's a big key to living here. Also, we had a Parks and Rec committee meeting. That was awesome. We're just trying to bridge the gap between the youth, trying to get the young people involved in this community. Also, I was at the Smyrna Nutrition grand reopening. The drinks are phenomenal. So if you get a chance, go over there, get some healthy drinks as well. And just thank you for being here because it's cold outside. So thank you.
Councilman Miles.
Yeah, thank you to the staff. You guys did some hard work out there. I watched the same truck fill up with snow and constantly go around for hours. And I know it was long nights and very cold. I stayed warm. I stayed in my house. So thank you guys for all your work.
Okay. Chief.
Recruits continue to do well. Just got an update this morning about our 2 in Wilmington. They graduate in 3.5 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So we look forward to bringing them to the team and field training them. And we had another 2 start in Dover's Academy January 11th. They're doing well as well. So lots of new team members we're going to be welcoming soon. You guys have my monthly report. If you have any questions, let me know. And that's my update for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Town Manager.
Just a few things. Again, I'm reiterating what with the impact with the storms and everything like that. Jason and the public works crew were just absolutely amazing. I'm not sure I didn't really see much last week. It was out in every piece of equipment possible. So again, thank you for helping and making sure that everything continues to go the way it does. We got some good news from our federal earmark funds that we applied for. We got $1.4 million that was awarded to us, which will help offset the cost for the water treatment facility. So that's some good news. We're in the middle of a few new implementations. I don't know if Kathleen has one, but we have a new business license kind of model that we're working on. So what you'll start seeing as they are getting sent out today is stickers that will go on. So that will help us just kind of manage business licenses to make sure that people are up to date and compliant with the town codes. So as you kind of start seeing around town, you'll see these round stickers in people's windows. So just kind of keep up to date on those things. And then in this storm, we just kind of came up with a new concept of a line. And what this line does is it allows you to call in. It is for emergencies, right? It's for electric emergencies, any town side emergencies, not police. We're hoping, working with Walt and working with Gene, to make this an option. So when the electric goes out, you don't overwhelm the police department and get 500 phone calls all saying that the electric's out. And then what happens is the emergency phone calls can't come in that says I need help. So we're kind of in the beta testing side of these things. We did use it for the storm. It was working well. I manned it all day Monday and had some pretty good conversations with some residents about the plowing and things like that. But so we're hoping to get this up and running to where it'll be utilized specifically just for those events. So more to come with that. Outside of that, you guys have seen my report. And if there's any questions, please let me know.
I'm curious, did the police department see a decline in the calls that they would typically get?
Yes. It was very helpful. Great idea. We're fully on board with it. And hopefully, as we push it out more and people become more familiar with it and they don't just pick up the phone and call us, because as he said, we only have so many lines. And if you need us, I get that your power's out, but if your house is getting broken into or you're being assaulted, that's way more important for our dispatchers to get those phone calls.
And I will tell you, as a council member whose phone blew up, for council, if we remember to redirect people to use the proper resources and tools, and we are not the liaison, people will then, they'll take care of it themselves,
Can we put
which is the resource that we want them to have.
open CM?
We're gonna work on it. We still got a few things that kind of.
And although I was so excited to move it and establish the new process tonight, I totally went over public comment. So I'd like to go back to that now that we've gotten through the non-agenda items. So at this point, if anyone has public comment or a presentation that they'd like to make, you have 3 minutes, and I ask that you go to the podium and give your name at this point. Go.
Hi, I'm Pam Anderson. I have a question for Tori. On that emergency line, I lost my power, so I called the emergency line and I received a recording. And I left a message.
You did. And it went to myself, Walt, Jason, Jake, and it went to all of us. And then we followed up with the appropriate crews to come out. But by the time I had made the phone call, they were already notified and were already out.
So I guess is that line supposed to be answered by a live person, or is it? So if I leave a message, I have no idea. So I called the police department after.
Yes. So what we're trying to get people to get is understand that it is being monitored, right? But you're not going to get a live person depending on what the situation is. And we are working on some solutions right now that will almost keep you a phone tree. So if it says it's electric outage and you press 1, you should be able to go get a live person. So it was done in lieu of the storm. We were trying to figure out how to manage the anticipated calls coming in, and how we were going to be able to keep on top of them. So we actually did put staff on, and what they did is they were there monitoring 24/7. And like I said, on Monday when I sent them home, I then took them. So I was receiving all the phone calls and was answering everybody's phone calls. So yes, it will be, but it's in the very beginning stages of everything like right now. But I did receive your call. I did make the phone call, and they were already on their way.
So in addition to that question, so I call it and it said this is for storm related emergencies. And it was after the storm, so I wasn't sure if that was even lines.
Yeah, we just hadn't updated it yet. Again, we're still.
Think of it as like a proof of concept. So like here with the storm, we tested it, we see its viability, and now we can broaden it out to snowstorms, heavy rainfall, disasters around town, or just general, hey, my power's out. Could you take a look? So we found out that the proof of concept works, and now we can roll it out in better ways and make it more efficient. So
Okay. Well, I was just curious, making sure I did the right thing.
You did. You did. and it
Thank
was-
you.
It was received. Thank
And
you.
y'all did a great job. You got it on in like 45 minutes back on, so great. Always appreciate that.
Is there anyone else? Okay, we will move on to new business. There is no old business. We'll move on to new business. Council had the opportunity to review the form for the new senior citizens tax exemption form. I'd like a motion to accept it, please.
I make a motion to accept the senior tax exemption form.
Is there a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. We also had the opportunity to review the disability tax exemption form. Can I do all of these at once, Barrett? Or do I have to list each one of them?
I think you could probably, unless someone's gonna vote against something and challenge something, then
Okay,
you could probably do them all at the same time.
so we're gonna do the package deal for the disability tax exemption form that everyone had the chance to approve or review, the mobile home placement permit exemption list. I'd like a motion to accept those two forms, please.
I make a motion that we accept the mobile home placement and also disability tax exempt forms.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion is carried. We need to set, Barrett, I'm gonna ask for your assistance in this. I believe there are 3 of us that we appoint to be on this committee. Is that correct? It's for the appeals committee, and I know the meeting needs to be before the first meeting in April.
So historically, what we have done is, we've done this on the right before the first council meeting in April. And so that would be April 6th this year. And so that's historically what we've done. Now, in terms of, it's under the code, it's really kind of like a fact-finding exploratory committee, and it's not a committee that makes any decisions, right? And this is under the charter. It has to be between 2 and 3 council members.
Okay.
And so it can be 2 or 3. They would come, usually we have it depending, I mean, unfortunately, we don't really have an idea about how many are going to be appealing, right? But usually we would have that meeting around like 5:30 or 6. People would come an hour, hour and a half early, hear anyone who had grievances with their assessments or additions to the assessments. You know, we'd kind of gather facts and then we'd come back and technically have a formal hearing before. So this is just kind of like a winnowing of facts.
Okay. So can I get 3 people that might like to be on the appeals committee?
How about
Sure, I'll do it.
Okay, so Nick, Doreen, and who was 3?
Me.
Perfect. Thank you.
Right side.
That's it. You want? Okay, and to set a date for that, would we do like April?
So I think April 6th is the first council meeting, right? Is that?
Yeah. April 1st would be the Wednesday before that. Is that enough time? Is that?
It's completely up to you. I mean, so you can either have people come out or in advance, or you can try to just do it the same night. And I think typically
Okay,
we've tried to do it the same night, so people
Perfect.
don't have to come out an extra.
okay, so somebody will set up a meeting. Amanda.
Amanda's like, okay.
For 5:30 that night for the appeals committee, based on the number of appeals, if we still have any open at that time. Okay. And at this point, conditional use application review, is that going to be Jeremy?
No. You've heard my staff report. If you have any additional questions, again, just to reiterate, you do have to provide reasoning for your vote. That's one of the few times. So if you have any questions about the application, I'd be happy to answer.
Does anyone have questions at this time?
No.
Okay. I have a motion to accept the conditional use application.
I make a motion to accept the conditional use application from Peel's Property LLC, 427 East North Street.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion is carried.
You have to read.
So now we have to go through.
Oh, sorry.
So-
It was,
We don't do these very often.
Yeah,
no,
so it can be after the fact. It's completely
Okay.
fine. So we'll just go through and just state why you voted in favor of this. And so just as a reminder, right,
I gave everybody a paper.
yep, the standard is that you need to find that the location is appropriate and will not be in conflict with the comprehensive plan, that the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare will not be adversely affected, that the necessary safeguards will be provided for the protection of the surrounding property and persons and neighborhood values, and further provided that the additional standards in the zoning code are complied with. So that's the standard. And so you just need to explain why you believe that standard has been satisfied with this application.
Okay. Actually, Nick, can we just start with you and go straight down the line?
Sure. I'm in favor because the evidence shows the application meets the standards required for the conditional use approval.
Councilman Drew?
Yep, I'm in favor of conditional use because we've heard at the hearing that the use of the property will not negatively impact the neighborhood properties. So this should fit well in the area.
Vice Mayor?
I am in approval of this for the same reasons that Councilman Nick Miles approved it for.
Councilman Pope?
I approve based on the same statement that was made by Councilman Miles ahead of me.
And Councilman Johnson?
I approve it because it was approved and recommended by the zoning committee.
It has been approved and seconded that we accept the conditional use application for Telos, and everyone has justified their vote. Is that all we need, Barrett?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. And at this point, I'd like to thank everyone for coming and adjourn.
Right.
I'm sorry, y'all. Can I please have a, hello? No one?